All right. Hi, guys. In the last 5 minutes, it's got kind of dark outside, but hi, this is Lisa Barr from messagesfromtheotherside.net. And like I tried to do, was it yesterday, the day before yesterday? I wanted to give you a message. Now, I don't know if this is going to be weekly or if it's going to be daily or a few times a week. I'm just playing around with a lot of different things to do, whether this is something live, that I'll do, or I'll pre-record it and then post it on Twitter. The best way to find out about these things is I'm going to have these unlisted for now, and I'll only share the link on Twitter. And my username there is at intuitively, my initials. Okay. My site is messagesfromtheotherside.net. Now, what I wanted to do today, and yes, well, real quickly, this is only going to be a short video, but yes, I am wearing the same thing as I wore yesterday. Those of you who are grieving know that sometimes that happens, and I've also done some yard work, and I'm about to go out and do a little bit more yard work, and then hop in the shower later. So, but in grieving, don't worry about when that happens. Sometimes you don't shower for a couple days or more, especially in the early days. So it's okay, and then eventually you'll do it more often, and just allow yourself to not be perfect. I think that's one of the messages that is coming through today for me is don't be perfect. I don't know how this is going to work. I know I'm coming on without any makeup, but I haven't been able to afford makeup for about 10 years or more. So you know what? I am a recovering perfectionist. And I can tell you that when my husband passed away in December 2016, for 6 to 8 months, I could not give a flying fig about what I looked like. And I'm a little bit about that is coming back. But I don't want my perfectionism to stop me from reaching out to you and from you connecting with me. So that is one of the messages that I think is coming through today. So if you are holding off on doing something until all your ducks are in a row, so to speak, take the chance. Excuse me. Excuse me. None of us are perfect, and that's okay. We're perfect in our imperfections. And that's what makes us all so wonderful. We're all going through our own challenges and obstacles and, different kinds of grief, whether it's that of a loss, of a loved one, or a loss of a job, or loss of a family that we always wanted but never had, or it could be anything. There's so many different ways of grieving in this world. So what I encourage you to do is just, let go of your perfectionism. Go ahead and try something new. And I'm sorry this is so dark. Like I said, the last 5 minutes, all of a sudden the sun is setting. And I'm not going to turn on the side light, because then you'd see the mess in the background. So, and let's see. So anyway, what I wanted to do is I wanted to pull a card. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm pulling a card. I hope you can see, from John Holland's the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Can you see that? Yep. Okay. Geez, I might have to turn on the light, huh? I have a few tarot decks, and as I've said before, I use them for myself. I've been using them on and off over the years. I've never really, done readings for other people with them, and they're just, to me, they were just playful. And what's interesting though is that they are always paid on with advice or guidance, or if you just need that reassurance or encouragement or support that you're looking for that maybe you don't have anywhere else. Sometimes the cards, give you that. So I'm going to, let me just switch this down a little bit. All right, so I think I'm still working on how to ask the questions. What do I want? What message, other than the perfectionism, what message could we all use for the rest of today? And I'm going to say heading into tomorrow. How's that? Because I don't know if I'm going to be doing this tomorrow. So, what message do you have for us? And for I don't know, for myself and all of the viewers. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot to clear. Okay. That we could use right now. What message? What guidance do you have for us right now? Okay, we're going to shuffle 3 times and then split the deck. That's interesting. Okay, let's try that again. 1. All right, let's see what it is. Balance. Here's the card. Oh my gosh, it's gotten so dark. I don't know if I'm turning the light. Should I turn the light? Blankety blue. Whew, okay. That's a little better. Well, this bulb is kind of going in low. So, all right, here's, let's do this. Can you see that? It says balance. Now, I don't know if this is flipped or not, which is interesting in this live video. Let me know if you can read this, because when I do this on my computer, I make sure that it's flipped properly so that when you see it, you can see and read this balance. Right now, I'm looking at the feed, and it looks like it's backwards. So, let me know. I don't know if YouTube, if we can fix that or not. Interesting, huh? Okay, so this is balance, and then I'm going to, here's the card. Hopefully it's not dark enough where I can read it. What is this? And it's the number 11 card. And it's also, so the number 11 card in, it's interesting. Okay. I'm looking for something in particular here. Is it? Here it is. Okay, well, as you can see with this card, and whether it's reversed for you or not, I don't know. But it has a black border, and the black border symbolizes protection, independence, and mystery. And a lot of cultures, black is the sign of spirituality. And in other words, but and also, an independence. So that's why, when people dress like goth, what they're really doing is they're questioning their belief systems, and they're finding themselves, which actually corresponds, doesn't it? It makes sense. And so if you ever see somebody dressing in goth, that's what's happening. They're exploring their own spirituality, their own belief system, and they're, yeah. Okay, let's see. Balance, it says, it's dark. Okay. This card represents the need for balance and harmony with your inner life, as well as with what's surrounding you in the physical world. This denotes that some lifestyle adjustments are required at this time. It could be associated with love, relationships, business, or even your career. The balance card is also being shown to you to make you realize that what you perceive to be happening around you is really an externalization of an inner process or conflict that you may be currently experiencing. The card will often appear if you work in the legal field or when you're involved in law-related matters. Have faith that justice will triumph, as justice and karma go hand in hand. Take only what you've earned, treat people fairly, and don't take advantage of anyone. This is all part of living a balanced karmic life. When determining something, there must be a state of balance, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, so that you can make rational decisions and logical judgments. This is a time to be honest and caring and responsible for the choices that you've made, as well as the ones that will be made in the future. The traditional tarot archetype of this card is justice. This is really interesting because of what is happening in our world events. And I won't go into it. I know none of us want to talk about it. But isn't this an interesting card to have today of all days with what is happening in the United States right now? I find that fascinating. Don't you? And in some respects, I think what I want to say is this: the universe definitely picked up on what's happening in the world and what is happening surrounding us right now, in terms of balance, but also in terms of justice. So I'm going to take that as saying, take heart. It's not over yet. Take heart and take hope. And then on a personal note, let's all strive to have some balance in our life or in our lives. And just a second, I'm going to tap into. Okay. Well, the balance coincides with the perfectionism. If we wait till we have perfectionism, and if we wait till everything is perfect before we go live, or before we apply for a certain job, or with a certain company, it's not, I'm not saying this right. How can I say this? We're not, it's not that we're not balancing. Oh, I said it well in my head right before I thought of it and spoke it out loud. Now I can't quite grasp it, because it's, in some ways, perfectionism is about, well, for the perfectionist, if to us it seems like, we want everything balanced, everything, everything perfect before we take a step forward, everything perfect before we contact someone about a job or a relationship, or conversation, difficult conversation that we have. We have to have it at the right time. We have to have it in the right place. We have to have it, like I said, all our ducks in a row. I don't know why it keeps wanting me to say ducks. There must be somebody watching out here that ducks are they're a message, for somebody out there. But I don't usually use that phrase. I haven't used that phrase in years, but I've used it 2 or 3 times now. But we don't have to wait until everything is in balance in order to take the next step. That's what I wanted to say. However, with that being said, we also want to take care that we balance our lives. If make sure that we're not overstimulating ourselves with social media and with the news. Take a step back. Go outside for a walk if you need to, and doing anything in nature. Go play tennis. Go throw frisbee, with your kids and your family. Just go for a ride on the swings. I don't care how old you are. Go to a playground and ride on the swings. Now, of course, I can't do that anymore, because ever since I had my son, I get nauseous really easily. I never used to, but my equilibrium went kaput. So if swinging isn't your thing, like I said, take a walk, take a jog, play some tennis with some friends, throw some frisbee, throw a football. Anything in nature will rejuvenate and help you come back to balance. Also, make sure that you take time for yourself as well, even if that's only 15 minutes. And you can find 15 minutes of self-care, whether it's 15 minutes of reading, whether it's 15 minutes, and walking. You can combine this too. 15 minutes to do your nails, do your hair, take a shower if you want, take a 1 hour shower. Whatever you feel is necessary to balance your life. You want to balance work, play, life, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. So what I would suggest to do is just take, pause, take a few minutes, take a look, and write down what you did today. Write down, and today will be an interesting day to do that, I think, because it's Sunday. Now, some of us do work on Sundays, and some don't. All depends on what your industry is. However, I just write a list of everything that you did today and see what you did most of. If it's mostly, um, caring for others, and it seems really imbalanced, about that, then make sure you make time to care for yourself. If most of the day was spent working and just grabbing a bite to eat, working, and then you still have to go back to work, tomorrow, then you can see, okay, I'm spending way too much time working. I need to have, what part is missing? Is it my emotional health, my, mental, physical, family, love? What is missing from this? And I think that's probably one of the biggest lessons that you can have in terms of balance. And at the same time, this is coming through again, is don't wait for things to be perfect in order to balance your life. There, that's what I wanted to say. You can balance your life without having things be perfect, without you being perfect, without, if you can't go to a park for whatever reason, you take a walk around your neighborhood. If you can't walk around your neighborhood, if it's too cold or rainy or too hot, walk in your living room, dance in your living room, do something like that. But make sure you do something physical, because your physical body really needs to exercise, and in order to be healthy, and in order to also bring a lot of brainstorming. You want your brain cells working. Well, any kind of physical activity will get your brain cells working. It also helps reduce anxiety. So that's always a good thing to do. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's it. Yep. Well, this went on a little longer. It's about 17 minutes now. Probably will be about 20 minutes when I close. But I thought it was kind of neat. Whether I do more of these live chats, maybe I'll do them every Sunday, and then during the week, if I feel the need to draw a card from wherever, whether it's a power. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I'm going to close. And let's just take a look here. One quick look. I'm going to cut this off in about 2 minutes. I'm going to pull a Power Thought card from Louise Hay. Oops. Got one more card in here. Okay. All right. This is Louise Hay's Power Thought cards. And again, if you can let me know on Twitter, let me know if this is reversed. I'll probably find out, because if this replays, if it's reversed and you can't read this, I'll see if I can make sure that the next time I do it, if I do it again, that then that is corrected. Okay. All right. So let me just. What affirmation could we all use right now for the next few days? Okay, what do we have? Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. Oh, no, this was a card that I pulled for someone else. So this is interesting. Okay, here we go. This is, I let go of all expectations. So if you're watching this, this is interesting that this came up again. The fact that this came up, I think about a week ago. I did a private meditation and message for someone, and this is the exact card that came up. Now look at the choices. This is the deck. Oops, this is how many cards that I shuffle. And like I said, so to me, this means that this is a big deal right now. I mean, this is the second time I pulled this within a week. Very interesting. So the front of it says, I let go of all expectations, right? And the back of it says, I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. So those are your affirmations. You see that? I'm hoping it's not reversed for you. So the front is, I let go of all expectations. That affirmation. When you let go of all expectations, that also helps you let go of the worry, right? And it says, I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. I think that's a wonderful way to end this. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me live. And hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to replay this. And I'm going to let you go. This is Lisa Barr from messagesfromtheotherside.net. And I look forward to, like I said, I may do this every Sunday, if it works out and if you like it. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.